Hey, you guys, welcome back in. Give a little bit of time, let some people get in here. We're here on August 10th. It is Saturday, which is Saturn's Day. Right, Saturn is currently in Pisces. I'm at the planetary hour of Mercury. All right, and I'm getting ready to ingress into the hour of the moon. All right, so let's see what is going on with the energy check-in for today. All right, so the transits for today here on the 10th, we've got the sun that is quincunxed over to Saturn and Pisces. Right, anytime there's a quincunx, there's the energy of discord, but this happened more so early in the morning. All right, so that's over, that's done with. We have the moon in Libra that's biquintiled over to Uranus and Taurus, semi-squared over to Venus in Virgo. It's going to be in opposition to Chiron a little later today. All right, and then once we ingress to the moon in Scorpio, that's going to be with the energy of a quincunx over to Uranus and Taurus. All right, and then we're going to see, what's this? A quincunx over to Neptune and Pisces, and it's going to square to Pluto. All right, at the end of the day is where we'll start feeling things become a little bit easier with the moon in Scorpio, where it will sextile to the energy of Mercury in Virgo. We just yesterday had Juno step out of Virgo and into Libra, which Juno is the asteroid of partnerships and marriage and bonding. All right, stepping into the sign of Libra, speaking about relationships and partnerships and marriage. You guys can feel a shift in the energy overall. So if things are working out, great. If they aren't, then I see a lot of people leaving someone for someone else. It came out in the readings yesterday, heavy. All right. Oh, yeah. Who's that? Jay Clinton. Hey, girl. Um, what else we got going on? Let's look at the transits and where they are right now. So with the sun at 18 degrees and Saturn at 18 degrees and where this quincunx took place, let's just take a look at this energy. We're going to round up to the 19th degree mark with these guys in the Sabian symbols. Let's do Leo at 19. All right, so this one says a houseboat party. All right, so you have the permission to behave wildly, it says. It is healthy to let your hair down occasionally, spending time unconstrained by polite society, whereas some social events are subject to firm guidelines about behavior. More youthful types have parties that allow people to spend some time on the other side of the tracks. There is a bohemian quality to them, and behavior tends to be more eccentric, liberal, and extreme. These events contribute hugely to society's unconscious need to evolve by examining rigidity and seeing how far margins can be pushed. This is how knowledge itself branches out. So you have the permission to behave wildly, but this energy is speaking about a quincunx and where there's discord here because obviously Saturn being in Pisces has the energy of restriction, of discipline when it comes to um the emotional state, your spiritual state. All right, where you're supposed to be compassionate and vulnerable with others. All right, this one speaks about congeniality. It says culture evolves as we open up to the muse and relax into our creative side. All right, let's look at Pisces at 19. This one says a master instructing his pupil. So this is the energy of transmission. This came up in the Sabian symbols yesterday. I forgot which one it was. I'll take a look in a second because it might have been like Libra at 17 and or the sun at 17, speaking about transmission. All right, so knowledge is kept alive by teachers who pass their information, understandings, and materials to their students. Participate in the transmission of love and knowledge. It says the functionality in our winning support for our ideas is an aspect of the work. It is of the individual worth to study, learn, and grow, yet there is a greater imperative that the special knowledge must be invested in furtherance so that the line continues. There is the stream of spiritual awareness passed from the teacher to the student, and the more committed students become the teachers and keep the tradition alive. Within Sufism, this is called the Sisla, known as also as the transmission. So we've been in this energy overall back and forth, right? Because I believe Saturn had gotten up to about like the 20th or close to the 20th degree mark before it went retrograde just recently in June. All right, so here we are going back to tapping into this transmission of energy where whatever information is being provided overall, energetic wise, it's meant for somebody to learn it and then to teach it. So the students that are more committed can become the teachers. You know what I mean? Like keeping whatever tradition it is that you're learning about alive is what it's giving me. But with the energy today, it's giving like spirit is allowing people to come out and behave wildly, I guess. All right. Like if somebody has been trying to keep a specific group of people constrained, that shit isn't going to work with this specific transit anyway. All right, let me look at what Sabian symbol I was getting pertaining to the energy of the transmission from yesterday's reading. It might have been the Leo at 17 degrees. Hold on. Yeah, it was. So anytime Leo, the sun is at 17 degrees, we're always going to round up. So this one was the Leo at 18. It says, the ability to transform. We can learn various techniques and policies that enable us to change our feelings and situations in life where we're demonstrating knowledge of magic. So this one more so spoke about the knowledge that grows, rather like a big old tree, have roots that go deep and branches that reach and spread. So anyway, anyone furthering an aspect of wisdom does so by continuing the chain of it, which is called the Sisala in Sufism. So here we are at Leo at 18 degrees, where now we're rounding up to the 19th degree mark, where we're moving on to a different type of energy where now it's like spirit is allowing you to be a little bit ratchet in your energy to be able to teach whatever you want to teach and how you want to teach it. All right. So whereas Saturn, this energy of discord, is saying there's knowledge that needs to be taught here, but there's a way of being able to do it. All right. It says they become an aspect of the transmission of its power. Knowledge is an energy configuration and has the power, in fact, the purpose to shift reality, but magically. So, however you magically are teaching people whatever you know, do your thing is what this is giving me. Like you have the free will with the sun and Leo right now to be able to do it in the specific degree that we're in. All right. That's what it's given. Learning and teaching life's operating principles must surely result in whatever makes you happy. All right. If you are the instructor, because this one was speaking about instruction. All right, guys, I'm moving on from this. I think we get the point here. Um, let's look at the moon and where we are currently. So the 27th degree and 16 minutes, we're going to round up to Libra at 28. The last one that I read was the 18th degree, and where we had the sextile over to the sun in Leo. This one was speaking about the result of going beyond acceptable limits. Now let's see where we are currently right now at 28 degrees. A man in the midst of brightening influences. Okay. So it's showing me a man in the middle of like this really big glooming type of like sun energy. It's almost like energy exposing or coming out of the energy of the influence of this man. It says having faith that we are part of something that's bigger. When we surrender our need to be special, then we can feel the supportive presence of a community that is always all around us. Drawing awareness or dawning awareness that we are part of the greater light. Right, so this could be like the energy of a community of people of light beings or something, or some sort of like tribe. All right, it says we are none of us are alone. We are part of a greater whole. We can see this in family, tribe, community, nation, and species, or even at the levels of cosmic resonance to higher degrees of consciousness. The more profoundly we embrace this, the deeper becomes our faith in ourselves and life generally. So without faith, life is fearful process, yet will it all is well, or within it all is still going to be well. All right, so it's a matter of how you respond to something. This one speaks about responsiveness. It says life is a pilgrimage from darkness to light, guaranteeing enduring rewards to those that are faithful. All right, so if you are a teacher and you teach about spirituality in any way, you have the free will to teach however you grab the collective of people that's pertaining to your specific community. You have the free will to be able to do that. All right. It says, man in the midst of brightening influences is a symbol of our responsiveness to an inner sense of hope. So that came up in the reading as well yesterday, speaking about like, having hope and faith in the direction and where you're going in currently with whatever you do. All right. Let me just read a little further because this is interesting to me. To raise this impulse to its highest level at which it is useful, we simply have to accept the positive evidence that beneath all the sham, the world at large has an underlying deep seated friendliness. This engenders, even in the cautious soul, a sense that the world itself is a nurturing and encouraging place in which to act out our ideas and fancies. It can be counted, trusted, will be rewarded with success. So the more that you stay focused, the more success is what you're going to reap out of this energy, you guys. All right. That's what I have for today's energy. I mean, take it or leave it. Whether it resonates, it may not now. It may be, soon to come within, the rest of this day or this weekend. All right. So, all right, we are officially in the planetary hour of the moon. Let's move on here. I don't even know what to pull, to be honest. Let's do Moonology. I got both decks here. Let's do manifestation and let's see what's coming up. What wants to come out. All right, you guys. Hold on. Down on the bottom of the decks, anytime I feel called to something, I pull it, but I always look at the bottom first. So it's giving me a full moon in Libra. We are currently in the Libra moon. Interesting. And then I have a full moon in Taurus. Wow. Both energies ruled by Venus. Okay, Venus being right now in Virgo. All right. And we just had Juno step into to Libra, right? Where it was just in Virgo. So if there has to be something that pertains to what you do for work, all right, like a partnership with work and actually coming into union with whatever that is, I feel like there's a win-win outcome that comes out of it. This was a transition of you having to detoxify what no longer serves you, all right, to be able to step into what does serve you is what it's giving me. All right, let me just shuffle them up and see what comes out. All right, you guys, let's see what's going on here. This isn't an all sign, sweetie. This is just an energy check-in. My all signs reading, you guys can go check out the reading from last night. All right, more so about weekend vibes pertaining to. There was a lot of different stuff that came up in that reading, you guys. It was a mixture of things. All right, so there was a lot of love. There was a lot of knowing what's going on in your energy. There was a spiritual tap in within that reading. There was a shift in energy in the middle of the reading, speaking more so about like the transition of the sun heading out of Leo season and into Virgo season. Go check it out. All right, listen to your sun, moon, and rising. That's going to resonate with a lot of people. It sure enough resonated with me. I had to like go over that reading this morning and see what came out. I was like, oh, okay. So this is just an energy check-in. Like I said, anytime I do my readings, you guys, I always look at the transits and what's happening more so with the energy of the sun and the moon or any important transits of that day and look at the Sabian symbols because it more so will tell us what the energy is like. All right. Definitely was. All right, let's take a look here. All right, so new moon eclipse, expect powerful change. I mean, damn. Like, seriously, that's what it's given. Did I not just say I saw a man with like a glooming light around him? This is exactly what, imagine this is you. Imagine this is like your emotional state, right? The new moon. And this glooming energy, and it's a like, hello, it's an eclipse energy. It's almost like there's an energy eclipse coming through. All right. And it could be peaked right now at this time. I mean, we did experience that new moon solar eclipse in Aries back in April. Here we are in another, the following fire season in Leo energy. So we're like halfway through this 6 month eclipse period within, you know what I mean? That eclipse. So this is amazing. Let's see what else. So some sort of powerful change is supposed to come through here within this weekend, or by the end of this month specifically. By the time we reach that full moon lunar eclipse, that's going to change the energy overall. Since we've been dealing with all this Aries and Libra axis energy, finally this is going to be the first one that comes through with that full moon in Pisces coming up September 17th. And that's going to shift the energy where we've been speaking about Saturn being in Pisces and where things are being disciplined at this time. And, our visions are being heightened with spirituality, getting, creative and utilizing imagination, being more loving and compassionate towards others, being vulnerable, expressing our feelings, that type of thing. Like, something's changing overall in the collective, where I feel like those that actually have interest in spirituality are finding their own nicks and tools and ways to grab together a collective of people to share whatever knowledge they have so that it can continue on. All right. Yeah. So here we are. Confidence is your key to success. I mean, we are in Leo season. All right. So that new moon in Leo could have been the shifting point to this. Absolutely. I'm telling you, it's given me where from back with the new moon eclipse in Aries, where some sort of change was supposed to come through, powerful change. I feel like the new moon in Leo, which is another fire element, made like this explosive type of passion or desire to go after something, like to really tap in and gain like the courage to do something, to remain confident and determined and loyal at that. All right, so there's the waning moon here. It's asking you, what do you need to release overall? Now, the waning moon cycle that was previous to when we had this new moon in Leo was going to be, what's that? The waning moon was happening in Cancer. Okay. I mean, wherever Cancer is in your chart, there seems to be the need to release something in that specific area. All right. Or this can be speaking about when the waning moon happens after the full moon that's coming up here in Aquarius, as Aquarius's opposition is going to be, that Leo energy. So, you guys, we're still in this fixed moon cycle where we're supposed to be dedicated and determined and loyal to something. All right. I feel like with this energy that I just read, I feel like spirit is giving you a period right now for you to be prideful and egotistical about something. Like basically saying, yes, go wild with what it is that you want to put out there. Be confident about it and just go do it. You might just, grab the people and the attention of those that you're seeking. Or if you're looking for a change in work, or if you're looking for new love, if you're whatever this may be, it's like what's holding you back from releasing what you need to release and moving confidently forward with what's supposed to bring in a powerful change in your life. Let's see. Now it's giving the waxing crescent moon energy. So from now to when it wanes, I'm telling you, something pertaining to having faith in your dreams. Where do you want to see yourself in the next 5 years? Like just ask yourself that. I'm getting the number five because Leo rules, the fifth house, and that's just a very significant number in where we are collectively right now, right? Let's just say we're wrapping up the rest of 2024. From 2025 at the beginning of the year to 2030, where do you want to see yourself? What kind of shift in energy do you want? And having to be right now in this Lion Gates portal could be very significant to changes happening for the end of this year from here on out. All right, let's take a look. One more card out of this deck. All right, so new moon in Aquarius, I'm telling you, it has something to do with like these two energies being in opposition, all right, and what it is that you want to bring into a specific situation. I don't want you guys barking. I don't want you barking. Okay, let's give them a minute. It says bring love into the situation. All right, with the new moon in Aqua. So give yourself 6 months from now, all right, until we hit Aquarius season. Excuse me. Excuse me. Hold on, you guys. Come on, my bark master. Relax yourself. Girls, I don't want y'all barking. All right, so that's what it's giving me. I say calm down. Relax. You're not going down there. Nobody's down there for you. All right, so look. I got full moon in Scorpio. It says it's time to release negativity. Hi, baby. Here, take her with you. Full moon in Scorpio. Close the door, babe. And then we have Aquarius and Leo energy out here. The only one I'm missing is Taurus. And again, it already came out here at the bottom of the deck. Interesting. Look, full moon in Scorpio and full moon in Taurus. Another energy of opposition. So something happening pertaining right now to this whole fixed moon energy cycle. All right. From this waning moon that we came out of, tapping into the new moon in Leo. And while we're in this waxing period, something is supposed to bring in some sort of powerful change. All right, we're at the midpoint where I spoke about it, where the sun is in Leo in opposition to the energy of the star Sirius. It's a heavy reflection of you setting intentions right now to make powerful changes happen. That's part of the Lionsgate portal. All right, so we're gonna leave those out there. We're gonna leave that full moon in Scorpio at the bottom of the deck. Let's move over here. This deck specifically gets a little bit more into detail with the first quarter moons and the last quarter moons. All right. Let's see what's happening here. All right, I had the last quarter moon in Aquarius. All right, so reflecting on your priorities could be of significance, is what it's saying here. More fixed energy. All right, so the last quarter moon typically takes place when, what's that? The sun is in Taurus. Okay. I'm thinking of like Taurus's energy, like what was happening in Taurus season that we were experiencing that was of significance back then. Take a look. All right, so back on May 15th, we've seen Sirius go retrograde, where this month in August, it's actually going to go direct. And Sirius is the ruling asteroid to Taurus's energy. Okay. So the fact that it went retrograde in its own sign, there was a heavy significance of, well, not during its own sign, but while the sun was in its ruling energy, being in Capricorn, Capricorn's rules and regulations and restriction and discipline and responsibility and accomplishing something. So this is giving me the energy of, like, say if it had to do with like parenting or being more nurturing and loving, if it had to do with like the foods that you put in your mouth, agriculture, you learning how to grow something for yourself. I've never been into plants, you guys, and I had to go get me a plant. That's a jasmine plant, by the way. It came in, and that's probably the most difficult plant that I could have ever gotten to try to grow, but I got it and it's still blooming. All right, the flowers aren't there because they all fell off. They're meant to fall off, but it still is healthy and it's growing like it's crazy. All right, so that could have been something that you guys could have been into. Pluto actually went retrograde in Taurus season as well in Aquarius's energy. So I see Aquarius out here twice. All right. Interesting. On May 1st, last quarter moon in Aquarius happened, and then Pluto went retrograde in Aquarius the following day. Here we have Pluto retrograde going into Capricorn, where Sirius is going to now go direct. There's something about that energy, you guys. The transits, they speak a lot of information. We just have to look at what's happening with them. That's why I love utilizing like the energy of the moon cycles. Okay. So specifically back in Taurus season is where we were experiencing the last, fixed moon cycle, where now we are here in the next fixed sign with the sun in Leo, and now we're dealing with the next fixed moon cycle. Something from back then to now is switching, and it's giving me the last quarter moon in Aquarius, all right, how we were supposed to reflect on the priorities, all right, having to do with something with Sirius being retrograde in Capricorn, where now that's going direct, and Pluto now retrograding back into Capricorn, where Sirius is in that sign. That could be of significance here. All right. I don't know. Let's continue on. So again, Sirius has a lot to do with self-care. Okay. Once you feel good, you want to, do good. You want to build. You want to, expect powerful change in your life is what it's giving me. All right. Get ready to experience what that change may look like here upcoming in either Virgo season or coming up, in Libra season. As that, once again, that new moon energy, that solar eclipse energy happened back in Aries cardinal energy. Now we're going to be looking at the opposition of that sign, which is us stepping into closer to Libra season, where the north and south nodes are at this time. It's part of destiny and where we've been dealing with karmic challenges as well. Okay. Hey, Kiss. Welcome in. I mean, this gets deeper and deeper every time I look into details, you guys. So something is in the details, something you have to look for. What is actually, keeping you going, keeping you confident with something? Why do you feel the way that you feel, so passionate and desirable about something? All right. It could be something that's innovative. Aquarius's energy is innovative. It may reflect the energy of the future. All right. So new moon in Sag here, it says focus on the positive. So that's what I'm saying. Like, stay positive, stay optimistic about whatever your dreams are, whatever you're trying to build on here. I'm also looking from what's coming out specifically from Aquarius to Sagittarius energy. That's a sextile. That's energy of harmony and compatibility, right? Ease, where whatever it is that you're working with is supposed to expand. It's supposed to grow. Sagittarius is Jupiter. Aquarius is Uranus. It's like change, but in a positive way, right? All right, let's see. And then I got the full moon in Pisces. Did I not say full moon, solar eclipse, or lunar eclipse is going to happen in Pisces? Happens a lot to do with forgiving. All right, forgiving of yourself, forgiving of things that may have not worked out for you, forgiving others that may have hurt you. All right, forgiving yourself for, sacrificing too much of yourself for others. This can be so many different things. All right, that's crazy. What else am I getting from this? So maybe here, stepping out of fixed energy, as I'm seeing Sag and Pisces come out, the fact that we'll be transitioning into a mutable cycle, that's going to ask for us to be adaptable and flexible with changes that are going to be coming here, and to remain focusing more so on positive. Like right now, anytime we step out of fixed energy where we're supposed to be stabilizing things in our life, and we tap into mutable energies are basically like a reset before we head back into cardinal energy, where we're supposed to be initiating new beginnings and pushing forward with our potential for something, right? So like right now, where we are shifting in the energy, it's kind of giving me, hey, get prepared for everything that's changing here in Leo season. When we head into Virgo season and we step into all of this mutable energy, there's going to be a lot of changes that need to come into place. Once again, I told you guys how many planets we have right now that are in retrograde. There's a lot of reviews in a lot of different areas in our charts. Okay. We have currently right now Pluto retrograde, all right, in Aquarius, where it's going to step back into Capricorn. This is our second phase this year with Mercury retrograde in a fire sign, having to do with, I don't know if it's, being in Aries back in April had to do with the energy of self, all right, reviewing self. Now, being in the sign of Leo, the second fire sign, it has a lot to do with your happiness and overall, like what brings your self-expressive side out, your creative side out. And then by the end of the year, we're going to see Mercury go retrograde again in another fire sign in Sagittarius, where it's asking you, listen, where can you be more optimistic in life? Something about that this year with these Mercury retrogrades or overall. But then we've also been dealing with retrogrades in the asteroids, which we've seen, retrogrades with Pallas. We've seen retrograde with Sirius once again. Pallas is already direct in Scorpio. Sirius is getting ready to go direct by the end of the month in Capricorn. What else did we see this month going direct? I mean, regarding retrogrades as well, we have Saturn, we have, Neptune in retrograde. There's a lot going on, you guys. That was another one. Chiron, right? That just went retrograde. So there's a lot of different areas that we're reviewing right now to better ourselves, and there's change to come if you remain positive. All right. It's giving me confident in whatever it is that you're going after. Just be strong right now, you guys, because I hate this time of the year because it gives the energy of like others wanting to give up because things get too hard. All right. All right. Honor your feelings. I mean, heavy on this Piscean energy overall. Down on the bottom of the deck. Look, I can't make it up. I got the first quarter moon, the last quarter moon, and the full moon all in Pisces. So where Saturn is, once again, there's a heavy shift here. I'm not saying this is all happening, within this 1 month. Because the only thing that's coming up for Pisces energy is going to be that full moon that happens in September. But we have a first quarter moon and a last quarter moon here in Pisces. Typically, one being in Sag season, this one happens to be in Gemini season, which we're nowhere near. But this can be giving me the aspect of like looking at where you can talk less and feel more within the emotional state once again, and honoring your true feelings and forgiving others that may, once again, have hurt you in any way. And again, Pisces can be where you're restricting yourself. You are utilizing ways to escape as well, utilizing drugs, alcohol, feeling codependent upon other people's energy. All right. For you to be able to get through something here when you can literally do it your damn self. I don't know. That's what I got for you guys here. All right. Okay. Let me put these back. Let's see what else. I heard Oracle of the Radiant Sun. I'll go for it. I haven't pulled this deck in a couple of weeks now. I don't know what that's about, but we'll see. I mean, we are with the Sun in Leo, so let's see what comes out. And I know I'm going to need my book for this one, so don't judge me because it's been a while since I've read from this deck. Some of them I do know, but there's a lot of cards in this deck. So this deck goes over the follow planetary aspects from the Sun, the Moon, Venus, Mercury, Jupiter, Saturn, all 12 signs. All right, so there's a meaning for every planet in each sign. This card speaks about that. So let's see what comes out. Spirit say roll the astro dice first, okay? That one fell out. 11th house. I see Virgo 11th house Saturn energy here. This is giving a sun, moon, rising Scorpio energy with Saturn. Saturn for Scorpios in the fifth house. Something about that. Um, I'm also seeing with Aquarius is in the 11th house and Virgo's energy. Both of these signs have a lot to do with perfecting something. All right. Virgos are like very analytical, very detail oriented, very organized overall within, even if it pertains to their thought space. And the 11th house has a lot to do with like once again, it's someone that's very eccentric, independent. It gives the energy of being unique. Saturn energy, someone that's a hard worker, someone that gives the energy of ambition and drive. That's what it's given right now in the energy. I feel like spirit is saying push hard to achieve whatever it is that you desire. Like 11th house is Aquarius's energy in tarot. That is the star card, right? It has a lot to do with your hopes, your dreams, your desires, what you have faith in, what you have hope in. Did we not just speak about that? Yeah. I'm losing my voice, guys. Hold on. When I get deep in thought, I start talking so much that I start losing my voice. I'm feeling like there's something here that's requiring you to really like put in long patient hours into, once again, to perfect whatever it is. It could be a specific skill that you do for work, and if you are of service to other people in any way, this could be like a health journey. What else am I seeing here? I mean, Saturn's here once again. It has a lot to do with being in the sign of Pisces. A lot of people may experience a sense of loss. I know Saturn and Pisces in this deck means loss. So feeling like you have to lose a sense of yourself to sacrifice for others. We'll see what comes out. All right, let's go. All right, so very first card that came out, Saturn in Leo. So generosity, interesting about this card, and this card I remember at all times, right? Saturn is a very hard worker, but Saturn is someone that is in a position of authority, right? When it comes to the energy of Leo, this could speak about teaching children. So if you are a person that has become a teacher, remember the Sabian symbol, then this could be that you're in a position to be able to teach those that don't have as much knowledge as you do. Generosity. I'll read it out from the deck, but give me 1 second here. All right, so I got the sun side Aquarius here. So Aquarius is energy being of significance in this reading. All right, and I'm seeing the opposition as well to Leo and Aquarius. All right, so where I spoke about, the new moon that happened in Leo, and where the full moon in Aquarius is going to take place, that could be speaking about this energy. All right, Aquarius, you are supposed to be the humanitarian of the zodiac, right? But you overall like to work independently. I'm seeing here Mercury and Virgo. This is where we're retrograding right now, currently, before it heads back into the sign of Leo. There's caution in the air. Spirit's warning you about something. All right, this woman in this deck, she's putting her hand up so that others are aware, whoever these people are that are running away, that something is coming behind them that they're not aware of. She sees everything. And I'm kind of feeling like it's Aquarius's energy that has the wisdom that's meant to pour out down on the universe so that people are prepared to be idealistic in their lives. The unicorn here, not the unicorn, the cornucopia is what I'm seeing in the hand of this person on the horse, right? It has something to do with the amount of abundance that's meant to come in at this time by bringing together a specific community of people, being generous, all right, with the knowledge that's meant to be given to these people at this time. Down on the bottom of the deck is Mercury and Libra. So someone here is an influence to other people. And the energy of the sun is in Aquarius in this specific spread. So let's just say this is Aquarian energy, right? Let's say the full moon in Aquarius this month is going to bring some sort of completion and or an illumination to what's happening collectively. Be careful of tricksters, you guys, because I'm seeing Mercury here. And I'm also seeing where Mercury in Libra speaks about, someone being a snake or like the serpent being in the energy of some sort of relationship that you could be involved in. Yeah, coral card is right behind that with Mars and Cancer, which Mars and Cancer's energy is going to happen on September 4th. Look at this energy. This can be like arguments and fights in the home environment as well, being in Cancer's energy. Secrets was right behind that. So there you can find out secrets or something that's meant to. Okay, I'm going way ahead of myself. Jazz, calm down. I'm channeling so much energy right now, you guys. It's been picking up for me like ridiculously crazy over this past week. All right, Saturn and Leo. Let's start there. All right, generosity. So the events that this specific energy speaks about is an opportunity to shine, being asked to perform for a good cause, teaching creative skills to those that are less talented, and helping with the education of children. All right, so that's what this is. That's exactly what this is. It says when Saturn and Leo is drawn, the subject of the reading has much creative joy to share. If this is offered with no strings attached, the chances of a successful outcome is well assured. So whatever it is that you're going after, whatever you've been putting long and patient work into, and the a collective of people that you're attracting, it's good information. It's not that you're bluffing some shit to just put it out there. All right, so the picture depicts, it says, an enthusiastic speaker addresses a large gathering, passing on the words of a great prophet of the past. The image of the prophet sits above as an inspiration for the performance of the speaker. So you could be a public speaker to a specific community of people. Okay. I'm getting something else with this energy. I'm thinking of tarot and the energy that normally speaks about like a public speaker. This can be like the King of Wands energy, where someone is confident in what they do. They have lots of knowledge about something. They're meant to teach and be a public speaker. And or I'm seeing the energy of like a King of Swords. So once again, fire element and air element in opposition, and where we saw come out with the energy of the moon. It's giving me someone that's very stern in what they say. They mean what they put knowledge into. Like they go and do the research. They gain all the information, and it's not just information, it's fucking facts. Like that's what it's giving me. All right. Saturn and Leos are strongly driven to use their tenacity and self discipline and showy generosity that leads towards recognition and a better position in life. Generally, their ambition, which has behind it the possibility of artistic potential, will seek some kind of showy creative outlet, and they can be successful professionally in entertainment, management, creative, or educational roles. So for my sun sign Aquariuses, you are very idealistic. You are very essential. You are very unique. You're supposed to be the humanitarian that you are. If you have the knowledge and wisdom about something, pour it out into the universe, whether you think it's something that needs to be said or not. You might just gain the attention of those that want to hear it. That's what it's given. Let's look at the sun in Aquarius's energy. All right. So the event says eccentric behavior, an original idea or something inventive. It says the involvement in an attention seeking act, a sudden upset, lateral thinking, an influential acquaintance that gives a helping hand. So once again, Aquarius says you are humanitarians. You always want to help out with something, right? So the depiction on this card, all right, it says a minstrel pipes accompaniment. I can't even say this word right. Accompaniment to the eccentric journey of a dignitary casually riding a mule. The rider carries a cornucopia in one hand and a wand in the other. above, an angel pours the free flowing Aquarian wisdom on those below. You see what I'm saying? Whatever you have, it is valuable. That's for sure. Okay. It says the Sun Aquarius character could be defined as having an unusual, determined, and sometimes stubborn temperament. You guys know that about me. I be off and on with my shit. Such types are not too concerned about what others think about their beliefs and behavior, and so may be considered original, if not downright eccentric. Questioning an old, stick in the mud ways and exploring the new is very much what Aquarians are all about, right? So, being idealistic, it's like thinking outside of the box type of energy, right? Getting innovative, trying to find other ways to teach people things that they can actually understand it rather than saying, well, this is how it's always been taught and this is how we need to learn it. No, find fun ways to do it. Aquariuses are the rebels of the zodiac. They don't give a shit what nobody says. All right. And it kind of gives where you have to give off that energy because when Aquarius is shining in the energy overall, and this doesn't necessarily have to be, I'm speaking, I mean, it's given sun sign Aquarius. Everybody has Aquarius in their chart, and wherever it falls placing in your, in whatever house it sits in for you, let that shit bloom. That's what this is given. You have something to teach. Every house is significant to something, whether it happens to be self, whether it happens to resources, traveling, if it's in the home environment, if it's just something creative you do as a hobby, if it's pertaining to pets in the sixth house, relationships, you could be like a fucking counselor or some shit. All right. If you help others go through transformation, if you know about a spiritual journey, if you tap in and you do something political in the 10th house that requires someone that's very structured and strong, if you're great at being a fucking friend, who cares, right? This is giving like the energy of you have something to teach, put it out there. You have no clue the amount of people that may feel lost at this time because of where we are in the transits and these energies. Okay. Mercury and Virgo. Let's see. This is current transits, you guys. All right. I'm seeing this being the opposition of, obviously, we're not the sun sign in Aquarius, but this is giving me the opposition of where we are with the sun right now in Leo in opposition to where we're going to see the full moon in Aquarius and current transit with Mercury being in Virgo in retrograde, getting ready to head back into Leo. All right. So let's look at caution. It says that the events could be detailed craft work, cataloging, and laborious tasks needing care and patience, restoring of order at work, and a need to plan ahead. All right, the depiction. It says here a crowned woman, Earth Mother, holds her hand up to protect the mad rush of small antelopes escaping the feared jackals. Their sudden movements attract danger. Interesting. So if this is Mother Earth, right, saying calm y'all asses down, I mean, here we are about to go into, the sun and Virgo energy, which is an earth element. Not to mention that, we're speaking about the Virgin Mary here being associated to Virgo's energy. All right. There's a sense of caution. I'm kind of hearing slow down. I'm hearing slow down. All right. The Mercury Virgoan has a sharp analytical mind and good reasoning ability. Mercury rules Virgo and Gemini, and although happy in Virgo, it manifests in much more disciplined way than in Gemini. Here is essence in orderly and systematic people with the combination approach mental activity with care, and do not waste time on unclear or confused thinking. The Mercury Virgoan requires a smooth working environment since distractions and niggling irritations throw off the perfectionist off course. So that's what I'm saying. Something has to be to perfection. Whatever it is, Mercury is communication. Whatever it is that you're doing research work on, if you're sharing your ideas in any way, it has to be to perfection. All right. I'm telling you, it came out. I can't make this shit up. That's fucking creepy as hell. Spirit is like, I looked at the Spirit said roll the astro dice first. The 11th house came out, which is Aquarius's energy. I've got Virgo sign here that where Mercury and Virgo is coming out, and then Saturn. Long and patient work, restriction, discipline, when it comes to focus on something that you feel is your responsibility, it is your duty to put it out there. Okay. I'm seeing 7-7 here. Thank you guys for hitting the like button. I appreciate you guys because I know a lot of my readings have been like all over the place. I told you guys I do a lot. I do astrology. I tap into Sabian symbols. We speak a little bit about, drama on this channel. We get into, the details of things. But this energy check-in is deep, this reading here. All right. So let's see what else it has to say. Says in a reading, this card usually indicates a need to carefully examine the pros and the cons of a problem before taking any action. So this is where we're retrograding. There's a time of review right now on being cautious on how you either speak of something, if you're signing a contract with something, looking over the details about something. All right. If you're having to travel somewhere, be cautious of where you're going. Make sure everything is planned ahead, like that type of thing. Says Virgo doesn't rush heedlessly into things. Although the card can indicate a specialist, as with all Mercury contacts, it holds the potential for more than one skill to fall back on in an emergency. So say right now it's a hard time to like find a job or something, right? Like right now is a time to have a skill that you can fall back on up until you're able to find a job. That's what this is giving me. Okay. Let's look at Mercury and Libra, which was the last card I saw there. So something about from Mercury steps into Libra, I think it's September 28th at the end of the month, because we're going to see Mercury Virgo retrograde back on the 14th this upcoming week, step back into Leo. It will go direct August 28th in Leo, and then it's going to go back into Virgo on September 9th. So from when this whole energy is like going back and forth here, it's going to be from one house to another pertaining to wherever this falls into your chart here. Okay. And this is an important aspect of a review within whatever two houses this is happening in for you specifically. Let's look at when Mercury moves into Libra. September 26th to be exact. Okay. Which will be officially in Libra season by then. All right. I believe that's going to be within the first week of Libra season. What's the first decan of Libra season in tarot? It is the Two of Swords. So that card kept coming out in my readings yesterday. There's a sense of needing to make a decision with something. Why? Because once again, where the solar eclipse came out in the energy today and where we were focusing more so back in on the energy of self, I feel like this happens to be with those that you're partnering with this time around. October 2nd will be the new moon eclipse in Libra. Yeah. Just a couple days after the Mercury goes direct in Libra. So Mercury and Libra, think about it. Mercury is what? It's communication. Mercury can be sharing ideas. It can mean short travel. It can speak about, siblings, cousins, people in your local community. So this could be where this time around the solar eclipse happened to be when it comes to partnerships and relationships and contracts. Heavy emphasis on why are you doing what you're doing, whether it's something that's supposed to make you happy, something that you're supposed to be putting hard work in, and then finding a specific community of people to be able to collaborate with in partnership, whatever this is. Big this year. Okay. I'm leaving that at that, you guys. That was way more detailed than I thought I needed to be. But once again, behind that was Coral. All right. So this is another transit coming up in September. All right. What is that? The second decan of Virgo season. All right. And then we're looking at Venus in Scorpio, which typically anytime Venus is in Scorpio, it's at its detriment, meaning it's not comfortable there. All right. And Venus is going to step into Scorpio. That's going to be in October. No, November. Sorry. Let me take a look. Hold on. Oh, excuse me. September 22nd. So all these transits are coming up. All of them. Wherever the Mercury retrograde is happening within Leo and Virgo energies, okay? Getting us ready for this Mercury and Libra energy to beginning the month of September with Mars moving into Cancer at its detriment, to us then seeing Venus in Scorpio at its detriment, something's happening here. It's getting us prepared to really deal with the energy of confrontation, with secrets and coral, specifically in home environments. Okay, let me just, because I read them out. Creepy, this energy, you guys. Mars and Cancer. So these could be things that are coming up in, in the home environment. If it's pertaining to, a transformation, like I just said, it could be within relationships in the home environment. It could be, pertaining to transformation. It could be with friends. This could be in workplaces. This could be, pertaining to children. This is so many things in everybody's life. Find out where it's happening for you. All right. Go back and listen to the August 2024 reading where I went over the transits of every house and how it's going to affect you. It's in the playlist, all right? Mars and Cancer, a continuing family row, a family estrangement, fighting over some sort of inheritance, a divorce, or a problem involving custody. Did I not say this was breakup season, you guys? It came out yesterday twice in the reading. It was Virgo and Libra came out. The very first card that flew out the deck was the Three of Swords. Someone is going to experience some sort of loss, separation, or heartbreak pertaining to some sort of quarrel, all right, having a fight, or some sort of secret behind what's happening here. All right, so whoever's being generous, focusing on the teaching, whoever's being more so idealistic, you're on the right journey. Something's cautioning you. Something's coming up ahead. This is what's coming up ahead. Be ready for it. Okay. It says here, Mars Cancerians most enjoy, can't even speak. Slow down, Jess. Mars Cancerians most enjoy expending energy and being active around the home or in a family type business. However, the bossy nature of Mars cannot resist the temptation to take over and run things. In a family situation, this often leads to interminable and highly emotional disputes and arguments. I'm leaving it there. All right. I said it very clear. It's going to be some sort of fight. All right. Let's look at Venus in Scorpio. And once again, these are true transits coming up in September at their detriment. Venus rules Taurus and Libra. Here's the opposition, Scorpio. What's the opposition of Libra? Aries, where we said the new moon solar eclipse happened in April. We're now seeing it come back around. New moon solar eclipse here October 2nd in Libra. What am I looking for? Scorpio. Secrets. It says a secret liaison, a secret love, a passionate love affair, money coming to a partner, a shared inheritance, or an expression of extreme jealousy. What is this speaking about? In matters of love, Venus in Scorpio is in the hot house, okay? In the opposite sign of his natural home, Taurus. The gentle nature of Venus becomes an emotional fireball. In romantic life, people with this planet sign aspect are passionate, loyal, and strongly sexed. All right, Scorpio is the house of sex. All right. It says their reactions are emotional and desire are intense, and they are also secretive and do not talk about their inner emotional life easy. What is the goal of a Scorpio? To tap into their deep emotional feelings and to face their fears. If there's anything that's happening in secret right now, once that shit is exposed, blow up, separations, heartbreak, loss. If anybody has some sort of shared inheritance together, it's calling energy a fucking divorce. That's what this is giving me. All right. Whatever a spirit is saying that's meant to be taught right now with the transits that are happening and how we're coming collectively together in this specific community that I have here, you guys already know what's up. I talk facts. All right. I know what I'm talking about here. And that's what it's given. It's given, these transits are coming. Prepare yourselves. That's what it's given. Yep. All right. I'm feeling Zodiac Moon right now. Let me pull one from here. And you guys, let me just say this. I've been learning this astrology stuff. All right. I have not gained anything so far from doing this. So I don't know what it is that's behind why I feel so passionate about this and being able to share this with you guys. But I don't reap anything from it. I do this on my own personal time because I enjoy it. And I know that at some point, you know, I'm going to be blessed with what I'm supposed to be blessed with here. And I have been so far, and I am truly grateful, all right, for where I am currently and how much I've healed myself by understanding this specific process of just learning tarot and learning about astrology. So maybe this is, you know, something you need to get into. I'm just saying. All right. I have been working on an astrology trading class, all right, that I'm building. But it's taken me a while because I'm doing everything myself. I'm an at-home mom, all right. I have 3 dogs, like taking things little by little. Hopefully Spirit works with me here and gets me prepared by the time, you know, it's supposed to be put out there. So let's just say when Mercury goes direct in Virgo up in September 9th, maybe it'll be ready by then. Let's just hope for the best. All right. Let me make sure that the caution is out there that it's coming. It's on its way. It's on its way. All right. Let's see what Zodiac Moon has for us here. So this specific deck goes over Sun, Moon, and Eclipse energy in all 12 signs. Let's see what comes out. I'll read it out collectively. All right. Let's just pull one. All right. So this is crazy. Eclipse in Aquarius. There's an awakening happening. It says your deeper resolve rises. All right. So you guys may be in the energy of meditation more so. Okay. 35. Let's see. So eclipse energies are what? All right. They can be the energy of something new or something that needs to be released. This deck doesn't specifically say whether it's new or old. We're nowhere near an eclipse in Aquarius. That's not going to be until when? I'll share it with you guys because I have the information here. 1 second. Let's see. I think it's sometime at the end of like hold on. I'm getting like 2025 to 2026 maybe. 2026 is when the shift will happen to the eclipse in Aquarius. So remember, guys, when we look at the energies of where we are pertaining to the nodes, right? This is an axis that pertains to the moon, right? It has an emotional sense to it. But they also work with the energy of the eclipses. All right. So anytime we are experiencing, like say we are right now in the axis of the north and south nodes in Aries and Libra, the eclipses are going to be there as well. So something is meant to start new and be eclipsed out of your life as well. Then we'll look at the energy shifting. As I said, the full moon in Pisces is going to be coming up September 17th. Then we're going to experience the whole North Node Pisces, South Node Virgo energies. This is what's preparing us more so for where we're heading in 2025 into 2026. 2026, we'll experience the North Node head into Aquarius, South Node Libra. South Node Leo, I apologize. So the eclipses are going to be happening the same way. This is giving me the energy of what I'm channeling right now and what I'm speaking to you guys about literally within the next 2 years. I'm not even kidding. The very first solar eclipse that happens in Aquarius is at 29 degrees. And 29 degrees is a critical point. Let me give you the Sabian symbol of Aquarius at 29 degrees and see where we're heading to within the next 2 years. Just because we're speaking about Aquarius's energy. This is so intriguing to me, you guys. Hold on. The butterfly emerging from chrysalis. It says here, shifting our spiritual levels. A seeker typically progresses in small steps, but occasionally has a major shift of awareness into a new level of consciousness. So, shifting your spiritual level up a notch is what it's giving me. Do I not see someone in the energy of meditation here? All right. It says there is much knowledge to be gained in normal life for the spiritual aspirant, but it is not enough to take us the whole way. To master the circle of life with its cycles and directed evolutionary changes, it is a necessary condition, but it is not sufficient. We need to undertake the further step of commitment to a path of guidance where we are shown what otherwise we could not see by ourselves. Spiritual initiation is a particular event that occurs between a guide and a disciple, which involves sacredness, vows, and a fundamental shift of perspective. It has a magical quality and an alchemical effect. The disciple is transformed on the inner planes and so undergoes a metamorphosis, a transformation, you guys. All right, let's look it up. Let's see what's happening here. That's crazy as hell. I'm creeped out. I'm creeped out. I'm looking at the number 35. I'll be 35 next year. I feel like an old fart, you guys. Like, who the hell at 35 years old is going through this crazy ass transformation? That would be I. All right. So yes, that's what this specific energy at 29 degrees is speaking about when we hit that damn eclipse on February 17th of 2026 during Aquarius season. Okay? That's what it's speaking about. This is your card of awakening. It says you're ready to try something completely new. An extraordinary coincidence, strange synchronicity, a new frame of reference, or an entirely new chapter will arise. If you're esoterically minded, studying a topic that intrigues you will kick start a fresh, spiritually enlightened chapter in your life. This is a spiritual awakening. The more patient you are with yourself and your new understanding of the world, the more you will advance and appreciate your ordinary circumstances. Due to the upheaval associated with revelations that occur during this phase, you may doubt your abilities. You may see your intuition as unreliable, yet the truth is that you are an awakened individual with a deep, inspiring connection to spirit. This you can trust. It says start a deep, inspiring, or start believing that you can trust your abilities. Avoid being easily distracted, restless, and unable to commit to projects. Digital and technological ventures can reach a new level. You may see your abilities and the digital world in a new light. Avoid being consumed by technology. Ensure you create balance in your life between technology and everyday concerns. During this phase, you may be seen as eccentric or someone eccentric enters your life. Be guided by your be guided by your intuition and your sense of purpose in order to step into your power. Avoid subscribing to other people's opinion of you. You may be different or simply experiencing life in a different way, and there is room on this planet for everyone's idiosyncrasies. Preserve if someone attempts to steal your thunder, if you are challenged by someone's vanity or ego, or are drawn into a power struggle, you will discover your deeper resolve rises above conflict. You may be surprised by your ingenuity and ability to innovate. Align yourself with the truth and humanitarian causes. You see what I'm saying? This is kind of giving me pick your battles wisely, because where we're heading collectively, I feel like Aquarius. Let's just say this, because I felt like a heavy spiritual sense in the reading last night for Capricorn, Aquarius, and Pisces energy. All right, we got to remember Pluto stepping out of Capricorn, where it's been for the past 20 years. There is no longer that energy. For the past, for the next 3 months, we're going to see the beginning of September, September 1st, Pluto head back into Capricorn up until November, what is it, 19th, I think it is. After that, it's in Aquarius for the next 20 years. Aquariuses are lit right now, all right? Wherever it is in your chart, find it. Find something that you need to do. Because this is, oh my gosh, like it's going to be starting from now getting prepared, right? To what the next 20 years is going to look like. Specifically, it's getting us aligned with where we're going to be, tapping in with the eclipses and the nodes. And Pluto, being the planet of transformation in the sign of Aquarius, has a lot to do with transforming technology, humanitarian causes, and how we're collectively becoming innovative together. I hope this makes sense for you guys, but that's what I have. All right. Wow. Spirit is crazy. Look, I can't make this shit up. On the bottom of the deck was the eclipse in Pisces. I can't make it up. You have the free will to go after some sort of awakening in your life. You have a higher purpose to serve here. So as we go to the North Node in Pisces, and then we'll head into that North Node in Aquarius, all right? Imagine Saturn right now is in Pisces, Neptune's in its domicile energy in Pisces. Neptune being there is great. It's in its most strength at this time. Being a visionary, being more compassionate, vulnerable, learning how to heal and tap into your spirituality is of significance, right? So that you can rise and become free the way that you want to be spiritually, pertaining to whatever that awakening is going to be for you. I don't know. I don't know what your religion is, your belief is, whatever you have a philosophy. I don't give a shit about that. What I'm saying is collectively, you're going to find the people that you resonate with, and you're going to be able to grow with that within that community of people. All right. For me, it just happens to be I love astrology. All right, you guys, I'm out of it right now. Do I pull anything else? I think I'm done. Where am I? Yeah, I'm done. I gotta go. Let me get a crystal for you guys. I'm out of here. I feel like that reading drained the hell out of me, but it's given. It's definitely given. All right, we're gonna experience, within the next year or so, major transits that are. This isn't just regular transits like, oh, Mercury's in this sign. No, Mercury, Virgo, Mars. These are closer planets. They affect us, every year to 2 years. These planets that are changing right now are planets that are revolutionary planets. Uranus is in Taurus at its last degrees. It's getting ready to head into Gemini, another intellectual sign pertaining to communication, okay? Transportation. Then we have Saturn is going to be stepping into Aries. Neptune is going to be stepping into Aries. Pluto is now in a look at what's happening in the energy, you guys. Like it's major. It's nothing small. Like you're going to be like, where the hell are we? Why is this changing? Why is that place looking like that? Like what's this new car that's coming out? Like why is the internet changing? Like look at where we were starting Instagram years ago. Look where it is now. AI is taking over everything. Y'all see it. Y'all see it. All right. So, what I feel is that a lot of people are going to be afraid to step into this spiritual world because they're not going to be clear on what that is. They're going to be afraid, as the book said, to utilize the energy of their intuition. So, when it pertains to a lot of people say, "Oh, well, you're doing the devil's work because you're doing tarot." Tarot completely aligns with the energy of astrology. If you look it up, look it up, look it up. I had no clue. I was literally working as a driver where I was. I then started dispatching, and then I was pertaining to my managerial, experience from a long time ago. How the hell did I know that there was going to be a transformation, that I was going to learn astrology and be reading tarot here 2 years later? Be open to the shifts that are happening in your life right now. I'm just saying, like, shit is about to take off in so many different ways, and I feel like we just need to be prepared for it. Don't fight it. All right. If there's somebody that in spirit literally is going to align you with where you need to be, if somebody has to leave your life, there is no fighting that shit. It is destined. It is fated to happen that way. Period. There is no fighting it. All right. So here we have Apache tears. Wow. Letting go of grief. All right. It says recovering from the past and releasing pain so that old wounds can heal. This is that Chiron being in retrograde in the first house. Chiron is healing within self first so that you can push forward from what the past looked like. Okay. So Apache tears, number 5, is giving me the Hierophant energy. Apache tears. Let me read it out so you guys know this is a general message, relationship message, prosperity message, and then we get the crystal spirit meditation. Let's go through it all. All right, you guys, I'm back. I'm sorry about that. It says here, I'm going to read out Apache tears. Once again, relationship message, prosperity message, general message, and the crystal spirit meditation. It says, before we came to this planet, our souls agreed to experience both love and loss in this lifetime, along with the pleasures and pains of being in our bodies, so that we might experience a sense of purpose and fulfillment and find our destiny. There is great beauty in being broken open for a heart that has fully expanded with grief, that is one day truly understands that rejection is God's protection. So, whatever is being denied to you at this time, there's no need to fight it. It's to set you on a higher purpose. All right. Faith in something better coming our way will set the wheels in motion for attracting that which we most deserve. Often we simply cannot recognize that there is a far better plan at work than our own. The message of Apache to your spirit is not to fear or repress your emotions. Release them through your body so that you can prepare yourself to heal from the heartache and receive all of the conscious universe has in store for your pleasure and your happiness. So that's what we're speaking about here. Stepping into fully what resonates pertaining to how you can be creative, self expressive, and really focus on your happiness overall. All right. Relationship message. It says, often our purpose starts to reveal itself in times of rejection as the conscious universe whispers. You will see this through a different set of eyes one day. I promise. Know that the conscious universe is with aligning with you even now, eagerly supporting you in your opening to the fulfillment and joy that you were born to feel. When Apache Tears spirit appears, it is calling you to recognize that losses and even betrayals come bearing unexpected gifts. They can break your heart open and send you on a mission to live more fully, more lovingly, and more meaningfully. Much goodness is coming your way. So hold on and hold fast to the truth that you have a destiny unfolding before you. Recognize the conscious universe as your ally in co creating something so much better than what you are experiencing now. Clear space by releasing the past and washing away the old with your tears. You do not need to hold on to old emotions. Your prosperity message says, at times, the conscious universe answer to you is no, but only because the conscious universe loves you unconditionally and wants you to experience the very best of everything. The tears that flow will also water seeds of joy you don't even know are planted in the field of infinite possibilities. You guys, the 888 portal, it is the infinity sign. Being tripled is like, this is major. All right. Now is the time to allow yourself to grieve your losses as if you were sweeping the doorstep and taking out the garbage so that you can make a way for a new delivery. All right. The conscious universe has so much planned for you. So release any emotions that might hold you from moving into a state of receptivity. Abundance and prosperity will soon be visible in your outer conditions. So the Apache Tears is a translucent, water smooth type of obsidian, invaluable in helping us process loss. Carrying an Apache cheer, a cheer. I said it. It's supposed to be a Apache tear. All right. Be cheerful. All right. While grieving can assist us by providing a focal point and encouraging us to release painful emotions. Once the grieving process feels complete, the stone can be buried in the earth, allowing the emotions to be transmuted. So it's part of the transformation for you to experience a loss so that something new can come in. All right. Whew. All right, you guys. I feel like I'm a whole pregnant ass person right now, which is a blessing, but let's just not hope for it. Not right now in these conditions, anyway. All right, you guys. I love you. I'm leaving the reading there. Take it as it resonates. Please share this video because this is a very, very powerful reading. All right, we're gonna leave it at that.